Hi, I'm Jennifer and this is Kate, and today we're taking a look at how to have a meaningful Advent on a zero budget.
So last year we looked at what to do for Advent when you don't have a lot of time to plan or to prep.
But some years it is not time that is the limiting factor, it is actually finances. We have all had those types of years when the budget just doesn't stretch as far as usual.
So today we're giving you 10 ways that you can enjoy all the traditional Advent activities without having to break the bank. So let's go ahead and get started.
Number one on the list is a friendly reminder that it is perfectly okay to do less, not more during Advent, especially if your financial situation is a little bit tight. Last year, we sat down and made an Advent stop doing list, which gave us permission to stop doing all the things that took a lot of time and stressed us out during Advent, and that was wonderful.
So this year we have an Advent stop buying list. So maybe there's a few things that you would always buy during Advent that everybody enjoyed, but honestly, it's kind of wearing off a little bit now and the excitement is just gone.
Those days are past. At our house, it is definitely the gingerbread house kit. We used to love doing those. We would make them, Jesus came from the house of David. Let's build a gingerbread house. But honestly, those days are gone, so I'm crossing that off my list.
And you know exactly which items fall into that category at your house. So this year you can just cross them off of your list and stop worrying about them.
No guilt, it's fine. Number two on the list is Advent calendars. We love counting down the days to Christmas with a good Advent calendar here. The religious ones are so beautiful, but then there's that whole other world of fun ones like chocolate calendars or Lego calendars.
And they're great, but they can get a little bit pricey. But good news, there's a whole fun, interesting world of online Advent calendars completely for free. You can just sign up and open a new digital door every day.
There are religious ones, there are fun secular ones. We even found one that gives you a different piece of classical music every day, so that's pretty cool.
And there are even sites that allow you to personalize your own Advent calendar with your own photos and videos, and then you can send that to like your friends or family.
As far as religious ones go, we really like the one that Busted Halo puts out every year, but Loyola Press also does one, and there are just a ton out there, so you have options all free.
So number three is the Jesse tree, which is a beautiful tradition of tracing the family tree of Jesus. And this one was actually on our stop doing list last year because it got to be a lot and stressful.
There's a lot going on every day with the Jesse tree. Of course, nowadays you can buy a lot of different craft kits and wonderful books and sticker books that make doing it a whole lot easier. But if you're on a zero budget, we are very happy to tell you that Loyola Press has a complete online Jesse tree for free that is wonderful.
So it has everything you need week by week for the Jesse tree, the Bible verses, pictures, explanations. It's all organized right there for you. You just have to turn on your computer. So number four for St. Nicholas Day on December 6th, with the fun tradition of leaving your shoes out the night before for St. Nick to fill with different goodies and treats.
And that is a super fun tradition, but yes, it can get pricey, especially if you have a lot of shoes to fill. I think that moms, especially including me, tend to go a little crazy with this one, but sometimes it's good to step back and just remember, you know what, nothing that goes in those shoes has to be bought from a store.
So it could be something that maybe you baked, for instance, like a family favorite, so cookies, fudge, hot chocolate mix, whatever your kids like.
So you could put that homemade treat in the shoe along with some St. Nicholas Day coupons for fun things like staying up a half hour later after bedtime or having an extra bedtime story one night.
Or getting out of a chore for free, or even something like a fun family game night.
So it's good to remember here that the biggest gift that we can give our kids is really just our time. I mean, let's be honest, 3 years down the road, your kids probably aren't going to remember what pair of pajamas they got on St. Nicholas Day.
But they will probably remember an afternoon spent baking together or a fun family movie night.
Number 5, many families have the fun tradition every year of wrapping up 24 Christmas picture books, putting those under the tree, and then every night during Advent, they unwrap one and read it together, which is super fun.
And we did this for many years and loved it, but what if you don't have enough picture books to do this and the budget doesn't stretch to buy any more?
Well, 2 easy solutions for that problem. Number 1 is to take full advantage of your local library, because you can wrap up library books and put them under your tree just as easily as books from your own library, because the fun is really in the unwrapping and the reading. And as a bonus, the library usually adds a few new picture books every year for Christmas, so that's good.
Or as an alternative, you could just pick one longer book to have as a nightly family read aloud. And this is more appealing to older kids who don't necessarily want to listen to a picture book, but might enjoy something like Letters from Father Christmas or A Christmas Carol. So number 6, St. Lucie Day is on December 13th. And of course, it's traditional for the oldest daughter to dress up in a white gown, have a lighted wreath on her head, and deliver St. Lucie buns to the rest of the family.
Which is a wonderful tradition, but what if you want to celebrate this feast day, but your budget doesn't stretch to buying a whole St. Lucie Day outfit and saffron to make official, authentic St. Lucie Day buns? Saffron is astonishingly expensive.
Well, good news, the humble store-bought cinnamon rolls work just fine here. The ones you get from a can and you make yourself. They're delicious. It's great. Everybody enjoys them. We do this every single year because we're lazy.
No shame in that. Also, there are tons of websites online that offer free downloadable printable Lucy crowns. So you can get some really cute ones that way, and it's very budget friendly.
So number 7 is to use and enjoy the things that you already have during Advent, where you don't necessarily need to go out and buy anything new.
So this idea comes to us from this wonderful book, The 24 Days Before Christmas by Madeleine L'Engle. And it tells the story of the Austen family who had a very unique and wonderful approach for preparing their hearts and home for Christmas each year.
So instead of doing all of their decorating on one day, which can be exhausting, they did one special thing together as a family each day to prepare for Christmas.
For example, on day 1, they put out their Advent calendar. On day 2, they baked their first batch of Christmas cookies together as a family.
On day 8, they got out their special Christmas mugs and used them at dinner, and you kind of get the idea.
So the kids in the family truly loved this approach. They were so excited every day for the next thing that they were going to do as a family to get ready for Christmas. And this is one that you could easily adapt for your own family.
And we just love this slower, more intentional way of preparing for Christmas, where you can just use what you have and there's no pressure to go out and buy new fancy things.
Number 8 is to take advantage of all the free programs that are going on this time of year, especially at your church. We tend to overlook the ones at church, I think, because our society puts such an emphasis on the secular, about being entertained and having fun during Advent.
But Advent is really meant to prepare us for the coming of Jesus. And most churches have at least 1 or 2 free programs during Advent that help us do just that.
And they are also fun. Things like a Christmas concert with beautiful sacred music, or maybe your church has a living nativity scene set up.
Or maybe it's even something a little bit more serious and focused, like an Advent mission or a penance service. Always a good thing to do during Advent.
And free. Number 9 is the Advent wreath. We definitely love lighting the candles here every night during Advent. It's a beautiful tradition, but I'm just going to say, public service announcement, the candles that you use in the wreath do not have to be 100% beeswax candles that you bought online at a specialty shop. They just don't.
And if that's your tradition and it's in your budget, that's wonderful. But honestly, you can use whatever candles you want. You can use whatever candles you have, so you don't have to go out and buy more.
You just need 4 candles, and traditionally those are 3 purple and 1 pink, but that doesn't even have to be a hard and fast rule. For example, Pope Benedict XVI often had all red candles in his Advent wreath.
So honestly, you can just use whatever you have. You can light the candles each week and say the beautiful traditional prayers that go along with it, and we'll have those links down below. So lastly, number 10, if there is something that you absolutely have to buy for Advent, don't forget to look around the house for any unused gift cards that you might have forgotten about, or any rewards points that you got from surveys or something like that, because you never know what you can find.
Yeah, recently I got an email from the Catholic company online, and it said, hey, you've got all these reward points to use up. And I thought, I do? Well, sure enough, I did, and I could use them to buy a book I've had my eye on for quite a while, and I got it for free. Yes, I know, it's a shocker. I bought a book.
And then also don't forget the power of just asking around. Many people have religious items in books that they would love to rehome, especially to someone who wants them and will use them. You could also ask your church office, especially the religious ed office, because they get a lot of donations. All right, so that is our list of 10 ways you can do Advent on a zero budget.
So let us know in the comments if you've had any other things that you've done during lean years that might be helpful for other viewers.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.